Bro got 2 PCs, 2 cats, 3 monitors, 3 apartments, 6 phones. And what about...
PewDiePie actually hit the nail right on the head.
So in a way, I can understand why you want to take down this video.
But again, PewDiePie was in the right by saying...
But the problem here is that you're just drawing more attention to it.
I wish this and I wish that and I wish I did this and I wish they did that and blah 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 blah.
Trying to like hide all that drama only ended up bringing more attention to it. Again, in the moment, I was just doing that because I thought it was something that would calm down all the drama. Although I was legally within my right to take down the video, morally and as a content creator, it wasn't something that I should have done because I mean, at the end of the day, those were tweets that me and Keem made publicly and videos that we made publicly. So I totally apologize for that.
P.O.'s arrogant downfall didn't hit all at once. It dragged out, slow and chaotic, building over years right in front of everyone's eyes. Fans didn't just wake up and flip on the biggest female streamer on the planet. The trust faded piece by piece until the version people believed in stopped feeling legit anymore. That trust really started cracking back in 2019. That's when Pokimane began dropping copyright claims on videos that mentioned her, even if they were just screenshots or tiny clips. What made people mad was the irony. Her own streams were mostly reactions to other creators' content while she kicked back and chatted with viewers. That clash felt off, and people noticed fast. The backlash exploded when she copyright-struck YouTuber Bo Black over a basic recap video tied to her views in Keemstar. The internet didn't just blink at it, they snapped. That move pushed commentary YouTuber Purified to jump in with a response video titled, "Stop Doing This." And from that point on, the tension around Pokimane only kept getting louder.
To be fair, I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans. Wait, we saw this, right?
Purified didn't dodge it. He called Pokemon out by name. He said he got where she was coming from, but made one thing clear loud and clear. She wasn't getting a free pass. No yelling, no insults, no rage clips. Instead, he calmly broke down why abusing copyright tools is dangerous, how it creates a bad standard for creators everywhere, and why that kind of power play can backfire fast. He also pointed straight at the hypocrisy. You can't claim ownership over reaction-style content when your own platform is built on reacting to other people's work. As more viewers watched these breakdowns spread, Poe's wholesome image started slipping bit by bit. Then something rare actually happened. Right at the peak of the backlash, Pokimane listened. She responded publicly, admitted she was wrong, and apologized instead of doubling down. For once, the internet respected that move. But that lesson didn't last long. In 2020, YouTuber It's a Gundam uploaded a video titled "Simp Willingly Goes Homeless for Pokemon Main," and that cracked open a whole new chapter of chaos. Suddenly, Pokemon's fanbase became the next flashpoint. It's a Gundam shared a private conversation between two fans, and the moment people saw it, the vibe turned uncomfortable fast.
Practice called noting.
Rich? No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh,
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga
the billionaires.
the billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
Don't look at the price. Don't look at the price. But guys, they are works of art. Let's be so for real.
One of those fans straight up admitted something shocking. He said he donated $1,000 to Pokimane while being 4 months behind on rent. That detail hit people hard. Gundam used it as proof of what he called parasocial behavior going way too far inside the community. He explained how some fans weren't just showing support, but were becoming deeply obsessive in his view. According to him, certain supporters honestly believed that if they donated enough money, it could somehow turn into a real relationship with Poki herself. That mindset is where things start feeling risky and unhealthy. It stopped being about content and turned into fantasy for some people. And that made a lot of viewers uncomfortable fast. On top of that, Gundam went after her content style. He said much of it leaned heavily on reaction videos, recycled trends, and copying Fortnite dances, yet still pulled millions of views. To him, it felt lazy, overhyped, and protected by hype alone. Poki took that video as a direct attack, not just on her, but on her entire fanbase. She fired back live on stream, and she didn't stop at criticizing Gundam. She went further and publicly called out the sponsor of his video. That move instantly set off backlash. Many people felt she crossed a serious line by going after someone's sponsor instead of directly addressing the criticism. The internet saw it as a power move that only made things worse.
I didn't ask why she congratulated X. I asked, I guess in a way that was like supporting Kick. And I made it very clear to her. I was like, I'm not trying to reprimand you. I just feel like we've talked about this kind of stuff before, and I'm curious for your opinion as someone who's a friend of mine. I think it's good to talk to fellow streamer friends about how they feel about something, so you can also form your opinion whether you agree or disagree. Deso. Do you guys have friends?
No, and this is why.
So basically, this Twitter drama became an even bigger drama thanks to the YouTube algorithm. So in a way, I can understand why you want to take down this video, because this selected thing blows up and becomes even bigger.
Her fans didn't stay quiet after that. They flooded Gundam's content with waves of hate, almost proving his original point in real times. Meanwhile, Pokimane never actually responded to the arguments he raised. Instead of engaging, she talked over him and tried to shut the whole conversation down. That only made people more frustrated. When viewers pushed back, she doubled down hard. She claimed that content spreading lies, misinformation, or appearance-based insults should never be sponsored. But the bigger issue hit fast. The idea that a massive streamer could pressure or threaten someone's income made a lot of people seriously uneasy, and that tension only kept building after that, especially during a later live stream. That's when things got even messier. During the stream, Pokimane accidentally opened a browser tab that briefly showed a scene from an adult film, pushing her image into even murkier territory. The moment lasted less than a second. Most people would have missed it completely, but this was Twitch chat, and Twitch chat catches everything. Clips popped up almost instantly. What should have been a forgettable slip turned into non-stop replay fuel for reaction channels and commentary creators everywhere. Pokimane reacted fast. She pulled the stream down and explained that the tab opening was accidental, but the real controversy exploded right after that. Twitch, a platform known for banning streamers over far smaller issues, chose not to ban her at all. No suspension, not even a temporary one. That decision lit up the internet. Later, Pokimane tweeted that she only received a
Is that you're just drawing more attention to it. It's the Streisand effect every single time. The more you try and hide something, the more people are gonna find out about it. All these people that I brought up today have examples of using other people's content for their own content. They could all get copyright striked just the same way they copyright strike other people or claim their videos.
When she joked that it at least made a good meme, the mood shifted fast. A lot of people stopped laughing, especially her critics.
I planned a vacation for around this time, but I honestly should not have taken any time off prior to acknowledging or addressing or apologizing for these things. I'm very, very sorry, and I'll make sure that in the future, if I am to comment on any part of a video, it's just its actual contents, not the sponsors, and also not to encourage my community or my viewers to leave any sort of negative feedback.
For them, this was the clearest example yet of what they'd been saying for years, that Twitch plays favorites and enforces rules differently depending on who you are. That's when the word privileged started getting tossed around everywhere. Slowly, Pokimane stopped feeling relatable, even to fans who once defended her without thinking twice. The frustration wasn't just about the mistake itself, it was about her response afterward, and how Twitch handled the situation like nothing serious happened. That disconnect left a bad taste for a lot of viewers, and 2020 wasn't even close to done. Another storm was already forming. This time, it involved former YouTuber Leafus here. He'd been watching everything unfold from a distance for years, starting with the It's a Gundam drama and the Twitch incident. Eventually, he decided he was done staying quiet. Leafy uploaded a wave of videos aimed straight at Pokimane. He went after her content, her influence, and her role on the platform. He claimed she brought nothing original to the space and argued that most of her streams boiled down to low-effort reaction content, dressed up as personality. That clash kicked the Backlash into a whole new gear, and then came the claim that flipped everything upside down.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
I don't know what would possess her to say something so rude and nasty to the audience she is trying to sell this product to directly shame the consumer that you want to buy into your product is a galaxy brain tactic. A strategy that I'm not sure the success rate.
Leafy then dropped his most explosive claim yet. He accused Pony of secretly having a boyfriend and hiding it from her audience. He didn't offer real proof, but that didn't slow the internet down even a little. The rumor spread like wildfire, and suddenly the phrase Pokemon boyfriend was everywhere across social media. What shocked people the most was where the backlash came from. It wasn't just critics pushing the story. Some of the loudest reactions came from her own audience. A portion of her fans felt betrayed, even though Poki never promised anyone she was single.
Like, how are you gonna say this shit and then go to YouTube?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Thanks.
And we hate the rich.
Or we could talk about her other close friends that took stake deals that gambled on a daily, which ended up using more of their audience than I did for Gamba, and actually had more stream hours on the sites than I did. What about those? Oh, okay. Those aren't morally and ethically bad.
The issue wasn't reality, it was perception. Over the years, certain fans had built a parasocial image in their heads, and the moment they believed she might be in a relationship, that fantasy cracked hard. That emotional snap is where things spiraled fast and got uncomfortable.
And it's not because I got like $10 million, it's just because I'm good as I am.
What the f was my laugh at the beginning of that?
You run like a...
Leafy was eventually banned from YouTube for violating harassment policies. But his removal didn't erase the controversy at all. The conversation around Pokimane kept growing without him. At first, she tried to laugh it off. She even posted a photo next to a cardboard cutout of Barack Obama, jokingly calling him her boyfriend. That response only kept the chatter alive. That humor didn't land the way she expected, with everything spiraling out of control. Pokimane announced she was stepping away from streaming for a month to focus on her mental health. But instead of cooling things down, the timing upset even more people. To a lot of fans, it felt like she walked away right when they wanted answers. Questions kept stacking up, and the noise followed her into what was supposed to be a break. The pressure didn't let up. It got so intense that she cut the break short and came back after just 2 weeks. When she returned, she posted an apology video that finally addressed the backlash head-on. Pokimane admitted she made a mistake by leaving before speaking directly to her audience. That honesty caught attention fast.
Keep doubting Kick, it's already taken over. Fire emoji. Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services. And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop giving these services to Kick. But right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess.
She also reflected on the It's a Gundam drama and fully owned Crossing a Line. She said that no matter how she felt about his video, going after a sponsor was not the move. That admission marked a rare moment of self-awareness during one of the loudest periods of her career. Eventually, she finally addressed the boyfriend rumors head-on. She explained that she wanted a firm boundary between her personal life and her career. After that apology, it felt like Pokimane had finally pushed past the drama clouding everything around her. For the next few years, things stayed surprisingly calm. Streams were steady.
Brother, Amazon isn't Twitch. When will people get this? In Amazon's view of the world, right? Amazon as a parent company, they're literally making money off of Kick and losing money on Twitch. It is not a flex to say that Amazon is making money off of Kick. That is like the most counter flex of all time.
Backlash stayed low, and her public image slowly stabilized again. But the moment that arguably did the most damage to her reputation came from something meant to bring her closer to fans. In 2023, Pokimane launched her healthy cookie brand called Minus Snacks.
No, and it's not because I got like $10 million, it's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, for me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
What she expected to be a feel-good business move instantly turned into a mess. The price alone had people doing double takes. $28 for a pack of just 4 cookies felt insane to a lot of fans, especially long-time supporters who had backed her for years. And then things got worse.
I tweeted, congrats to XQC and Kick, because I think it's like a win-win situation for both parties. And she reached out and she was like, I was kind of surprised that you were publicly supporting it. And I do want to make it clear that it is kind of a weird situation because the platform is run by crypto gambling. It promotes gambling.
Fans started digging deeper and comparing details. People noticed the cookies looked almost identical to another brand called Tozy Midnight Mini Cookies. It didn't stop there. Both products were traced back to the same manufacturer. That discovery flipped the conversation overnight and reopened old doubts about authenticity and transparency. That discovery sent the internet straight into detective mode. Accusations started flying that Pokimane was buying $10 cookies and flipping them for nearly triple the price. The backlash spread fast. Pokimane stepped in to defend herself, saying Minor Snacks had been a passion project in the works for 2 years. She explained that the price reflected high-quality ingredients, production costs, and building a brand from scratch. That explanation didn't slow anything down. Frustration kept building, and eventually it boiled over live on stream. She addressed the complaints head-on, staring straight into the camera. She had a message for people saying they couldn't afford the cookies. That single moment changed everything. To a lot of viewers, it came off as dismissive and out of touch. Fans who had watched her grind from early streams to full-on millionaire status suddenly felt talked down to. The vibe shifted instantly. Even creators like MoistCR1TIKAL jumped in, calling her out for sounding disconnected and for aiming that frustration at her own audience. Public opinion flipped almost overnight. What was supposed to be a wholesome brand launch turned into yet another controversy, fueling doubts about how far she drifted from the people who helped build her platform. The launch became another crack in Pokimane's image, and this time it stuck. Pokimane followed up with what many fans called a partial apology. She brushed the moment off by saying she was joking, but for a lot of people, that excuse felt way too familiar. Every time something blew up, it never fully felt like her fault. It was always humor taken the wrong way or something she supposedly didn't mean seriously. To critics, it looked like a pattern forming in real time. Each controversy left a mark, and the trust that once protected her kept thinning out with every explanation that dodged full responsibility. That explanation stopped working for a growing chunk of her audience, and the controversies didn't stop there. Another moment quickly added fuel to the fire, and this time it involved someone she had a public history with. XQC. They were never close friends, but they collaborated, played games together, and had a few public disagreements over the years. From the outside, it looked like a normal, respectful relationship between two massive streaming names. That's why what happened next caught so many people off guard. In 2023, XQC announced his massive deal with Kick, reportedly worth around $100 million. It instantly became one of the biggest moments the streaming world had ever seen. The entire internet was watching. Instead of congratulating him, Pokimane reacted skeptically on stream while reading a chat message about Kick becoming the next big platform. She casually claimed that Kick was basically just printing Twitch money and that Twitch could shut Kick down whenever it wanted. That comment didn't sit well. XQC responded almost immediately. He explained that Kick simply uses Amazon's AWS servers and that Amazon is way bigger than Twitch alone. The exchange sparked fresh debate and added yet another layer to the growing criticism around how Pokimane handled public moments like this. XQC didn't hold back. He said her argument didn't really make sense at all. On its own, that exchange probably would have faded fast, but a clip of Pokimane's comments went viral. Instead of clearly explaining her point, she shifted the focus entirely. Pokimane claimed the criticism was happening because she's a woman. According to her, the backlash wasn't about what she said, but about who she was. That response only made things louder. The pushback doubled almost instantly. Things got even messier when a chatter asked if she would move to Kick for $10 million. Her answer didn't cool anything off, not even close. It kept the conversation burning and added another moment to the growing list that fans were no longer willing to excuse. Pokimane said her stance was about principle, but to a lot of people watching, it started sounding like straight-up jealousy. Her tone rubbed viewers the wrong way. Many felt she was low-key mocking XQC instead of addressing the situation honestly, and XQC wasn't about to stay quiet. He called out what he saw as clear double standards. He pointed out that Pokimane took the moral high ground when it came to Kick, yet never spoke up about Amazon's long-standing partnerships with gambling platforms like DraftKings. That call-out hit hard and pushed the controversy into yet another heated round of debate. To him, that silence spoke volumes. At first, it looked like the drama might finally fade out on its own, but then things got even messier. Valky publicly congratulated XQC on his Kick deal, and not long after, she revealed that Pokimane had privately messaged her. That single reveal reignited everything. According to Valky, POI told her she was surprised she would support something connected to gambling. That detail didn't sit right with fans at all. To many people, it felt like Po was trying to push her personal beliefs onto other creators behind the scenes instead of keeping it public and upfront. The reaction was swift. Even XQC seemed genuinely caught off guard when that information came out. The final crack came soon after. Poi went public to explain what she meant by messaging Valky, but the explanation didn't land the way she hoped. For most viewers, it stopped sounding like moral concern altogether. Instead, it came off like she was struggling to deal with the reality that, in that moment, XQC had surged past her in influence and attention. That perception stuck, and once again, public trust took another hit. After nearly a decade as one of Twitch's most recognizable faces, Imane shocked everyone by stepping away from her exclusive contract. At first, people assumed she just wanted more freedom to explore other platforms. The real reason didn't come out until later on her Spotify podcast. Poki explained it wasn't about chasing new opportunities at all. She said changes in Twitch culture played a major role and hinted that certain aggressive online movements made the platform feel like a place she no longer wanted to stay. This time, she wasn't pointing at random trolls hiding behind anonymous usernames. She was calling out some of the biggest and most established creators on the platform, mostly male streamers with massive audiences, who, in her words, helped normalize misogyny and toxic masculinity on Twitch. That was a heavy accusation. The statement landed like a bomb. Opinions split instantly. Some praised her for speaking up, while others accused her of deflecting blame and rewriting past controversies. Either way, the divide only grew deeper, and the conversation around her legacy became more complicated than ever. While she painted Twitch as a hostile environment, not everyone bought that picture. A lot of viewers remembered how Twitch had repeatedly stepped in to protect her when other creators were punished for far less. They remembered bans being handed out left and right, while Pokimane often walked away with warnings, or nothing at all. So when she framed herself as a victim of the platform's culture, many people weren't convinced. For those fans the story didn't add up, some started saying this wasn't really about escaping toxicity at all. To them, it looked more like a strategic shift. Streaming had changed fast, and a new generation was now running the scene. The old formula, sitting back, reacting to videos, eating on stream, wasn't pulling the same numbers anymore. Viewers felt the era that once worked so well for her was fading, and the platform was moving on whether she liked it or not. The meta had clearly moved on, and even moist CR1TIKAL pointed it out. He questioned her logic directly, saying that if red pill culture was really the core issue, then YouTube was an even bigger hub for that kind of content than Twitch ever was, yet that was exactly where she chose to go next. To him, it felt like she was rewriting history and skipping over one key fact. In his view, Twitch had bent its own rules for her for nearly a decade. That context mattered. Ignoring it made her explanation feel incomplete, and the criticism only got louder. Then, in April of 2025, Imane suddenly found herself back in the spotlight once again. She went live from the streets of Paris with fellow streamer and FaZe clan member Jason Lee Ween. That stream would quickly turn into yet another moment people couldn't stop talking about. The conversation suddenly took a turn that made people uncomfortable fast. Pokimane said something on stream that immediately rubbed viewers the wrong way. Even Jason looked confused and stepped in, straight up asking if she wasn't rich herself, pointing out the irony in real time. That moment hit hard. The clip spread everywhere and reopened debates people thought were already settled. Instead of reading the room, Imane doubled down. That decision poured gasoline on the situation. The second the clip hit the internet, the reaction turned ugly fast. Viewers started calling her tone deaf because watching a millionaire stream from the streets of Paris while designing her own clothes and talking about hating the rich was a tough sell. The irony spoke for itself. Around the same time, another clip started circulating. This one showed Pokimane casually spending hundreds of dollars on designer mugs without even thinking twice. The contrast was wild. Here was someone with millions in the bank telling everyday people to criticize wealth, all while enjoying every luxury that money can buy. By this point, Pokimane's credibility was slipping fast. People stopped treating her takes as thoughtful or sincere. More viewers felt her opinions shifted depending on what sounded good in the moment. That pattern became impossible to ignore by July 2025, and the backlash only kept growing from there. Then came the moment that poured gasoline on everything. A major high-profile trial dominated headlines, and the jury delivered a verdict that shocked a lot of people. Imane tweeted a message telling everyone to believe the victims. Within minutes, fans pushed back hard. To them, it felt like obvious virtue signaling. People didn't forget the past. Critics quickly dug up old clips, reminding everyone that she had openly mocked Amber Heard during her trial against Johnny Depp. That comparison made her statement feel hollow all over again. To many viewers, it looked like she only supported victims when it lined up with the popular narrative or helped protect her image. Poki apologized yet again, saying she had deleted those older clips a long time ago. But that response didn't land at all. Fans wanted real accountability this time. Many said a general apology wasn't enough. and called for a direct apology to Amber Heard for contributing to public ridicule. Instead of closing the chapter, the situation kept escalating. The backlash refused to die down, and as if things weren't already bad enough, some fans decided to push it even further, dragging the controversy into an even more uncomfortable and volatile space. Fans took things way too far after that. PO's replies were flooded with sarcastic, made-up accusations like, "Pokey kicked my dog," with people pretending to be victims themselves. The point they were trying to make was painfully obvious. On the internet, anyone can claim anything. So when Pokey makes broad statements about believing all victims, it starts feeling less like genuine support and more like an easy grab for the moral high ground. For a lot of viewers, this highlighted the bigger issue that had been building for years. Without real accountability, moving forward feels almost impossible. Every time Pokimane tries to reset her image or come off as relatable, the past resurfaces, not because people refuse to let go, but because the same patterns keep repeating again and again. The trust never fully rebuilds when apologies feel partial, explanations feel strategic, and controversies follow the same cycle. At this point, the conversation isn't just about one mistake or one tweet, it's about everything that came after. Now it's on you. What do you think about Pokimane's rise, the backlash, and everything that followed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Fame Rant Daily for more deep dives into influencer and media industry drama, power abuse behind the scenes, and the stories that don't get talked about enough. This story might be over on TV, but online, it's far from finished and the next one is already lining up. I'll see you in the next video.